Feel free to talk, please. What is client-server architecture? Ravi, Ranjani,
This will be hosted at the server side. Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead, Ravi.
Yeah.
Can I say client make a request? Whenever you make a request, what is your request? http://localhost is your request, right? Say yes or no. Everybody.
Yes, sir.
So client make a request of http localhost. Server detect the request, process the request, and generate the response. Am I right or wrong? That response will be sent back to the client. Here, what is your client? Which one we will call it as a client?
Browser.
Huh? Browser is your client. All right. So this is how the typical client-server architecture will work. You make a request like facebook.com, swiggy.com. Like that, you will make a request from your browser. Through your laptop, through your mobile, through your any tab device, any device, you are making a request saying that swiggy.com, something like that, swiggy.com. The information about the swiggy.com will be available in client or it will be available in server. Where the information will be available? Come on, I need all of you to unmute and talk, please. Please unmute and talk.
Server, sir.
Whether you guys are understand or not, only if you guys are unmute and talk, I can understand. Everybody, please say yes or no. Please unmute, talk, nothing problem. So swiggy.com server detect the request, process the request and generate. Now, coming back to Angular, where this Angular will be executed? Is it in client or is it in server?
Client side.
Client
Why?
side.
Why it is in client side? Think about it. Why it is in client side? Why it is not in server?
UI, right? User interface. Must be in client side only.
See, Angular
TypeScript
will be built on top of TypeScript. Right? In ASP.NET Core, what is your programming language? Your programming language is C#.NET, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
In
sir.
Angular, your programming language is TypeScript. Clear my point? Everybody clear?
Clear, sir.
Whereas in React, your programming language is JavaScript extension, which is called JSX. These two are called the popular frameworks in UI. These are called as UI frameworks. What framework? UI framework. Clear my point? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Ali, Dapper, Anjali, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now coming back to here, the TypeScript is, what is TypeScript? TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript. Superset of JavaScript. Now tell me, JavaScript will execute in client or browser? JavaScript will always executed in the client browser. Am I right or wrong? Will the JavaScript execute in server?
Oh, no, sir. Client
No,
was
no, client won't.
Always JavaScript will be execute in server.
on client. Yeah.
Have you got my point? So to handle that situation, JavaScript will get downloaded from where? Where the JavaScript files will be available? Server or client?
On the
Always
server.
it will be from the web server. It automatically get downloaded in the browser and execute the operation. Am I right or wrong? This is how it will work. Why JavaScript people are not preferring, why their TypeScript is preferring is, TypeScript is a type-safe programming language. TypeScript is a type-safe programming language. In JavaScript, type-safe is not there. Whereas in TypeScript, you have a type-safe programming language. Now you all understand how the Angular frameworks will work. I will prove you that. Whatever we discussed, I will prove you in 2 minutes. Ranjani, do you have any questions?
No, no, sir.
You clear?
Sir, can you repeat once again, sir?
Which one?
No, the topic of Angular, how the UI frameworks communicate with the server.
No, I never speak about that. I'm talking only with the TypeScript. There was no communication. You are deploying a code in web server, you get downloaded automatically. That's it, based on the URL. Okay, the communication and all, I never spoke about it, Yogan. That I will take later point of time. Okay?
Okay.
Now coming back, how to create Angular project. How to create a Angular project. To create Angular project, step 1, we need to install npm package manager. npm package. You got my point? Under node.js. You got my point? So you have to go here, open your browser. Node has already installed. Okay. But again, I'm showing you how to do that. Now, if you go here, you say node.js download. Now you see node.js.org. Say yes or no? Download node.js. You go here, you take the 19 version, this version, and download. Sir, how can I detect that which version in my application is available? In my laptop is available. Simply go here, go to control panel, open your project, go to programs and programs. Here you need to go and see the programs and features. Here you select node. Now you see what is the version I am having right now. Can anyone tell?
20.8.
20.8. 18.1. 18.1.
20.18.1. So you go here, you select 20.18.1. Here you don't have 18.1. Just use 18.20 is your LTS support. You can install this one. How to install is you go to download, select this, and then come down. You see there is a Windows installer. Say yes or no?
Yes.
You can use this and install. If you install, you will get a npm version. Or you got my point? You will get a npm version. Once you get that npm version, then go to your PowerShell. Windows PowerShell. Second step is you have to go to Windows PowerShell. Here, you need to write a command Before that, first I need to create a folder. Now, after install, step 2, install Angular CLI. Install Angular CLI. Or you got my point? With the version. Right now, I'm going to use 16 version. So, first what I will do, I'll create a folder in my desktop. Go here, under E drive, microservices, bash 2, I say new folder Angular. Right? Here, I'm making a code. Okay. Now go to the code, copy this entire path, go to PowerShell, cd dot dot, cd dot dot, cd dot dot, cls, cd, enter. Okay. You make E drive and then cd, paste, enter. Wait, what happened? Okay, there is a problem.
So can we use that node command prompt
No,
for
no,
that?
no, not like that. You see there is a space. Command prompt is not taking. cd,
Remove the space
microservices,
between patch and two.
cd, batch 2, cd, Angular, cd, 4. Now here, npm install add Angular / CLI at 16. This is the command we have to put. What will happen in this folder? There will be npm will be installed. You see here. The folder will come up with the npm installation. Now you see, you will get an npms here. It will take some time. See, node module is created. Yes or no, everyone? Yes or no,
Yes.
everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Created.
See, packages is created. It's a very simple step. Now, once it has been done, TLS. So what you need to do? What is the second step? What is the version you have to install here? npm install. First, you need to install the CLI. Install at Angular / CLI at 16. This is your installation. The second thing is you need to confirm your Angular version. Which version of Angular is available? Step 3. Confirm the Angular version. Listen carefully, everything is command. You need to understand all the commands, right? So now here, you simply say ng version. How you are going to get the version of the Angular? How you are going to get the version of the Angular? Guys, Anjali, Ranjani.
Yeah,
By
into the command prompt, sir.
ng
Into the
hyphen
Right,
version.
Amna. So what you need to do? You have to use ng.
ng version.
Here, you say enter. You see which Angular version we are using? Can anyone talk about this? What is the version it is showing?
16.2.
It is showing
18.2.
16.2.16.
16.
What is the node it is taking?
20.18.1.
20.80.1.
1.
Package manager is 10.8.2. What is the operating system it is running?
Windows 30, 64.
64 bits.
Clear my point? So this is how we need to install the node package manager. You got my point? Then CLS. Now ng new Angular practice is your project. ng new Angular practice is your project name. Enter. Now you are going to create a project. Now it is asking, would you like to add Angular routing? Yes. First question is whether you need a routing or not. You say yes, and then you select the CSS. Now you see everything is created. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
getting bored here. Nobody is speaking.
Sir, I have a question actually. One.
Yeah, please.
Suppose now we install system, and suppose I install system in my laptop, and something that in future requirement is 19 or something 12. So I can work on both version or install both version on my laptop.
You need to install the corresponding node version.
Uh,
I'll tell you. It's a good
Okay.
question. Angular node compatibility. You go and search Angular node compatibility. You see
Okay.
version compatibility. Now, if you look into here, which version will support which node? Now you see, you got it?
Okay.
Got it or not?
Yes, understand.
So you need to go this one, take this one, and you need to compare.
Okay.
I had put you in the chat. Clear my point? So
Yes.
you need to compare which node is required based on which TypeScript is going to be executed. And what is RxJX, I will explain. RxJX, I'm going to explain later point of time. So you need to understand, for example, 17.3.x. For that, you need to have a node version of 18.13.0, 20.9. Or you got my point? So they can also update the 16 version you see here. 18.10 is the latest version for 16, which can support. But no longer Angular version is supporting 16, but 80 to 90% projects are in 16. That's why I'm taking 16. Then we will go for 17. First, we need to understand the 16 version, then we can go for the 17 version. Clear my point?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will learn 16 and then we will how to migrate that into 17 and how the codes and functionalities will change in 17 we will discuss. Now you see project is created. Project is created or not? Say
Yes, sir.
sir.
Created. Created.
Now what you need to do? So what is your step 4 here? What is your step 4? Can anyone tell me?
Created
Create a
project.
All
Project.
video code.
Angular
Project.
project. What is the command? ng new
New
project name. Am I right? This is the name. So how many steps to create a project in Angular? The first step is we need to install npm package from the Node.js website. And then we need to install Angular CLI. What is CLI? What it stands for CLI? CLI stands for
Sir, common language interface.
command line interface.
Yes, command
Command line interface.
interface.
Or you got my point. And then you are out to verify the confirmation of version, NG version, and then you are creating the project. Now, sir, I created a project, sir. Now, I'm going to open with Visual Studio Code. This is my Visual Studio Code. Mileswamy, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you are sleeping. You are not speaking, na?
Okay, sir.
File, open folder, go to E drive, microservices, batch 2, and I say Angular, I say code. Now you see Angular practice folder? Say
Yes,
yes or
sir.
no? This is the folder you need to select. You should not select the code. You should select Angular practice, select folder. Now you see entire project has been come here. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
Yes, sir.
I have a source code, I
Yes,
have a
sir.
node module, I have VS code, I have everything will be comes here. Now, hereafter, I'm not going to use my PowerShell. I'm going to close the PowerShell. Instead, I'm going here, I'm seeing new terminal. You see there is a terminal is created.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Created.
Yes, sir.
It is not coming. Here, you say, why it is not working?
I think it's loading, sir.
No, it is taking time. No, this is something problem. Yeah. You see there is a PowerShell. Everybody able to see this command? Now
Yes, sir.
here you
Yes.
are going to say ng serve hyphen open. This is the command to compile, build, and execute. Now you see. It is building. Always the terminal should have a PowerShell script. Okay. In this PowerShell script, now you see Angular sudo. We say yes. Enter. Now it is building. It will try to create a, see, it is generating code and all those things. When you compiled, you see the packages are created. Catchy packages are created here or not? You see, earlier you don't have. While
Got Angular.
generating the compilation bundle, you see the Angular packages are created here. See, I'm not doing anything. Everything it is automatically generated. Because this is the package will help me to run the project. Clear my point? Everybody. Now, once that package has been successfully created, this package will create a URL on their own by using localhost 400, and it automatically listen the signal with the browser. Now you see Angular is automatically loaded. Did I created anything in a single command? What is my command? What is my command? My command is ngserve -- open. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
My command is ngserve -- open. Okay. With that ngserve -- open, I'm able to build the project like this. Clear my point? So what is the command to execute the project?
ng open.
NG
What is your step
Eh,
5?
ngserve -- open.
Execute the Angular project. What is your project execution? ng
Serve
serve
-open.
open. So there are two ways, or simply ng serve. What is the difference between ng serve and ng serve open means? In ng serve open, open, it automatically open with the browser. It generate the compiled code and automatically generate the compiled code, automatically load in the browser. Clear my point? Load in the browser if you use open. If we use -- open. Clear my point? Whereas in the ng serve, it generate only the code. It will generate only the code with the URL. Clear my point? Krishna. Clear my point? Tarak, Sushma,
Yes, sir. Clear.
Sai Ramana.
Yes, sir.
Sai Ramana. Sai
Yes, sir.
Ramanna. Are
Yes,
you able to
yes, sir.
understand?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Clear? So now coming back to the here. I told you this TypeScript code will execute only in the browser. Can I prove that? Now go to inspect element, go to network. Listen carefully. In the network, I am just putting a refresh. Now see all the JavaScript files are coming here. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So based on that JavaScript file, you will get a source code here. Now you see all your source codes of the project will be comes here. What are all the code which has to be executed in the browser will automatically dynamically downloaded. Clear my point? Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that's the way it will get executed in your browser. That is why I'm saying Angular is going to work only in the where? Where it will work?
Client side.
Client side browser. Clear my point? Now, sir, I want to remove everything. Instead of Angular practice, I can say welcome iTask, something like that. So here in the SRC app, TypeScript component, I'll tell all these things tomorrow. I don't want to confuse you by today itself. I'm just simply saying here, I task tech, something like this. Now see, it is automatically changed. Did I change anything? Did I compiled anything? Say yes or no. Did I compiled anything?
Of course.
I never done anything. It automatically get detected. Now you see here in my app component.html, you see there is a lot of HTML code, right? You are seeing a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
HTML code, right? Now I'm selecting and removing. Now you go back to the browser, it will become empty. Clear my point?
Yes, sir, clear.
Because whenever you make a change, this terminal will listen the code, rebuild the code, recompile the code. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Whenever, see, for example, you carefully look into this portion when I'm making a change. H1. What happened? It automatically compiled?
Yes, sir.
It automatically compiled or not? Now again, I'm saying here, now if you leave it, see, again the compilation has happened. Now if you
Yes,
go,
sir.
after compiled, this compiled result will automatically comes here. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Clear my point? See, I'm not talking anything architectural level, how the flow level. I'm talking a basic setup. If you are not able to understand the basic setup of Angular, proceeding further is difficult. I want you to understand how to set up the basics. Clear my point? Everybody clear?
Yes, sir,
Anjali,
clear.
Venugopal, Jafar,
Clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Swami, Rajani, Sushma, Sushma.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Okay. Yoganand, Yogananda,
Yes, sir.
you understand, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Tarak, everybody clear? Now, what is the next plan is, sir, I want to, this is hard coded or not? Is this hard coded?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It is hard coded. Now, I want to pass this data from this component.ts file. How to do that? Here you are having a title, right?
Yes, sir.
What I'm planning to do, I go here, I'm taking this variable, instead of hard coding the value, I'll tell what is this in later point of time. I simply use like this. This is called interpolation. This is called what? Interpolation. Now, if you go back, you see the interpolation has happened.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the variable is holding the value, that value will be passed to the UI. Clear my point? I can
Yes, sir.
say this is called as one-way communication. One-way passing data. One-way passing data. How can I say? MS Paint. Listen carefully. You have a view. You have a view. You have a TypeScript. Clear my point? Here, you have a name called title. Title is a variable. Is a variable. I want to pass data. I want to pass data to my view. Clear my point? I'm passing data to my view. So that this concept will be called it as interpolation. Interpolation. Clear my point? How to concatenate this variable here? You always interpolate it with curly braces, title, close the curly braces. Clear my point? Anything you want to pass data from TypeScript to view, you need to use a concept called interpolation. Everybody clear?
Yes, sir, clear.
Now again, here you will have a view. Sir, this is one thing. So what is mean by interpolation, ma? Let's create a notes. What is mean by interpolation? Can I
Passing the
say
data.
interpolation? Interpolation. It is used to pass data from TypeScript variable. Clear my point? What is the variable? TypeScript variable to .html code using curly braces. Am I right? If anybody asks you what is interpolation, what is your answer? It is used to pass data from TypeScript variable to .html code using the curly braces is known as interpolation. Sir.
Okay.
Sir. Okay, fine. Now I'm coming here. I create a div. I'm saying label. Enter username. Listen carefully. Enter username. Now what happened? My UI is getting an enter username. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to have an input type equal to text. This is the last one I'm going to teach today. Type equal to text. Now here, can I enter Narendra here?
Yes, sir, you can enter.
Can I enter Narendra? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Everybody. Anjali.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Krishna,
sir.
Krishna. Everybody, please. And here, whenever you enter a data, Narendrababu, I want to hold that in a variable. In which variable? Where the variable will be created? In the HTML or TS? TS is something like your C# code. So you need to understand. I will explain this TS structure. Right now, I'm going to talk only a few things. To get data, what you need to do, first you need to go here in the module. You need to declare a module called import. I'll tell you what is this. You may get confused, but just for simple concept, I'm explaining this. Forms module. And that forms module, you need to declare here. Okay. And then coming back to the component HTML, you need to use a property decorator saying that ng model equal to name, username. Now, if you go here in the component, to take this username, let's make it as small, take this username, declare in a TypeScript, username colon string equal to null. Clear my point?
Yes, sir, clear.
And then I want to take this username into another div. I say interpolation. Do you have any data here right now?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Whenever I entered n, I'm getting the n.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right? I did a small step. What is the step?
NG model, you got it.
NG model. So NG model, I will tell tomorrow in detail. But I got my point. So this is called two-way communication. So what is NG model here? NG model, it is used to pass data from .html input element to the variables. Correct me if I'm wrong. To the TypeScript variables. Am I right or wrong? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Right.
Yes,
Everybody.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the property we have to use? What is the property you have to use?
NG model.
NG model. Before that, this NG model is a class, no, it is not a class, is a property derived from forms module class. You understand my point? Forms module class. See, if I go here in the app module, if I remove forms module, that will not work. Look into this. It is throwing error. Why?
Bind NG model.
Why it is throwing error? Can anyone explain and understand? Can't bind the NG model since it is a known property of input. It is not a known property of input. How to make this known property of input?
So we need
Only
to
with the help of importing the form module. Clear my point? Everybody clear? Now where this forms module coming? The forms modules are coming from Angular forms, which is there in the node module. You see here, you can see here Angular / forms. Where is Angular? You see Angular? In this you see a forms. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
In this forms, you have this forms module library. But you got my point. See, this is the module where you are going to inherit whenever you require the packages. It is similar to our C#.NET, ASP.NET. In ASP.NET, if you want to write a MVC core project, what is the namespace for controller? What is the namespace we are using for controller? Microsoft.ASP.NET Core.MVC.controllers. Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. You are right.
Why we are using that? Because within the namespace, controller base class will be available. Am I right? The same way in Angular, these are all called as modules. These modules will be inherited in such a way that you are going to build the Angular application. Here, we will call it as a modules. There, we will call it as a namespace. So, what is behind in the module? It is a collection of classes, properties. Clear my point? Rajini?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sushma?
Yep.
So
Yes, sir.
tomorrow what we are planning to do, we are going to talk about what is component, what is module, why do we need a module, why do you need a routing. Routing I will teach later point of time. Why do you need a module, why do you need a component, how can I create a number of components registered in the project. Once we done that, we will go for directives. Clear my point?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I have one query, sir.
Ravi, please go ahead, Ravi.
Yeah. Can you please explain the folder structure like you have done into the ASP.NET Core?
No, I will do it tomorrow. That
Okay.
is why I
Okay.
stopped.
Okay. Okay.
I will explain the folder structure I will explain everything.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
And
If I explain today,
sir,
you will get confused.
Okay, sir.
Yes, please,
and,
Yogananda.
yes, sir. So, what are the topics that comes under this Angular? Can you share it with us?
Come again.
Index, in the index of this Angular.
I don't understand.
No, the topics that
I
will
will
be covered.
explain. One by one, I will go.
If you do it in a program, I'm unable to relate it. That is,
I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm unable to relate between the commands you are using and the topics that will be covered.